Yep, they're closed. Like, okay. It's just one of those moments. There's a whole bunch of alcohol. Because I really don't like the delivery fees in Bermuda. They're just illegal. For some people, your lifestyle as a Christian is going to be so weird to them. Hello, beautiful people. Ooh, I'm loving the echo, guys. It is cupmatch time in Bermuda, okay? And cupmatch is a huge 2-day holiday. It is literally the biggest holiday on the island, where we have cricket for 2 days. It is around our emancipation time. Come on, for the freedom from slavery and the freedom from sin. That's the real emancipation. But let me stay focused. Y'all, cupmatch is a time of partying, swimming, beaches, music. Depending on what your lifestyle is, a whole bunch of alcohol. Going to the game, camping, spending time with your family. So, I am going to spend this vlog just showing you different aspects of cupmatch in Bermuda. I have not been in Bermuda for a cupmatch since about 2018, the year that I left. So I'm super excited. Today, I stayed home because the introvert in me is like, ooh, this is a day that, number one, I get paid not to work. Come on. Number two, a day I don't have to do anything. I don't have to be around people. I don't have to make time anywhere. Like, for me, holidays is, ooh, I cannot wait to do nothing. But instead, I did my nails, painted my nails today. I cleaned my house. Preparation for the weekend, I ironed some things. Like, yo, I want my big girl stuff today. I'm a grown woman. But I'm actually dressed and ready to go to a barbecue at a friend of mine's house, which I'm glad she's having, because if not, please know I would have been between my sheets. But because I'm not between my sheets, I am so excited to finally go out, have some good food, spend some time with some good people, and I'm just gonna vlog the weekend. So let's go on about this, and I will see y'all on the way to the barbecue. All right, y'all. I know yesterday I was quite ambitious about all this content for cupmatch. Honestly, I had plans today to try to make it to the field, but it didn't work out. And like, a part of me is like beating myself up about it because it didn't work out. But then the other part of me is like, you know what? It's a holiday. I have 4.5 days to catch up on things that I need to catch up on, whether that is just being in the house and not having anything to do outside of the house. So yeah, I apologize, but you know what? This channel is also about self-care, and I realized in this moment, in this holiday, what I actually needed was to just take care of myself, to relax, to sit down for a bit, to not necessarily have to go anywhere or do anything. So yeah, that's where we're at today. And you know what? I'm okay with that now. Inside, I was just like, oh, I should have did this. But guys, I did film some content inside, and the energy it took me to do that, on top of the heat, just took me completely out. So I went ahead and ordered a pizza. I'm gonna go pick it up because I really don't like the delivery fees in Bermuda. They're just illegal. So I'm gonna go pick that up. I also need to get some gas for my little whoopty. And I think I'm gonna go sit off at the lighthouse and enjoy some time outside of the house, but not necessarily where I have to do anything. Just gonna enjoy some downtime, probably pop my headphones in. Yeah, just enjoy some time to myself. This is gonna be my solo date. This is gonna be very chill, very relaxed. Gonna go pick up my pizza, get a slush, get some gas, enjoy the weather, and call it a day. All right, so let's go get some food. So I'm at the place to get my slushie, and then I was gonna go pick up my pizza, right? Tell me why I run into a friend of mine who said, oh, I'm here to pick up food because I literally just made an order at 4-star and they're not open. I also made an order at 4-star, have paid for it, and now they're not open. I'm so glad that she told me because I would have gotten my drink from her. Hello. Bye, baby. Enjoy your dinner. I would have gotten my food, my drink from her, went there, tried to pick it up, and wouldn't have had anything to eat, y'all. Yep. They're closed. For sure. Look at that. They were open yesterday. August 4th. Closed. Of course, St. George's is open because that's where the match is. But everything else is closed. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have to just contact them tomorrow to get my money back. Now I'm just going to find somewhere to sit off and eat my food and chill. Enjoy the weather. Get some sun on my face. So yeah, I don't know where I want to sit necessarily, but I want to sit somewhere. So let's see what I find. Oh. I think I did 10 cents, guys, and not $10.
Don't forget to scan your tag.
Told you, I only did 10 cents.
As the saying goes, few things in life are free. Well, our loyalty program is. Come inside to join and save.
Never put 10 cents again in my bike. Okay, let's do this again. 10, 0, 0, 0. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, let's see. You got it?
Nice for details, and we hope to see you again soon.
And of course, football season. Come inside today and stock up on all your game time favorites. Thanks for stopping by.
Okay. Where we at? Ooh, is this the one? Yeah. Full tank, baby. Woo-woo. Definitely not what I had planned. I had my mind fully set on a very nice vegetarian pizza with thick crust, but my little unseasoned fries and wahoo nuggets, what am I gonna have to do? I forgot to season them. And then also when I went to go get some ketchup, the ketchup packets, which are like this, so you have to fill them up yourself, completely fell on the floor and splattered on my shirt. I'm just like, okay. It's just one of those moments where you gotta pivot. I've got my camera in the background to try to catch the sunset, but we're gonna enjoy this moment. Absolutely enjoy it because it's a privilege right now. Right now I could literally be, I was gonna say knocking off from work, but that's a lie. I would have been off by now, but yeah. Oh, I have it upside down. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. All right, y'all, I'm about to go eat this food and just enjoy this. All right, y'all, we found a spot. So quiet up here. I mean, minus the kitchen, but it's genuinely quiet. Like, you don't hear much traffic. It's a beautiful view. So let's go ahead and eat this food. Let's back up for a second. Y'all remember this moment here? I'm actually dressed. Dressed and ready to go to a barbecue at a friend of mine's house. So let's do a rewind to see how a supposedly fun event turned into a spiritual lesson for me. Hey y'all. I am back home. It is like 2:15 in the morning. I am usually asleep. It is way past my bedtime. But the reason why I am here in my bed before going to sleep talking to you beautiful people is because I want to be obedient more than I would like to be asleep right now. And this evening or tonight has sparked so much thought for me. It has shown me areas where I need to be more grounded in Christ. It's shown me a lot, and I really wanted to just come on here and talk to you guys. A lot of the stuff that I vlogged, the talks and the walks and different things, they are not planned. They are honestly just things that I feel like God has me go through and then impresses it upon my heart to share it with you. So that's what we're doing. Early in the morning. But let me first say that this evening I had a good time. It was definitely outside of my comfort zone. It was something different. Like, I felt like God was just nudging me, having me consider a few things. I'm gonna try my best to get this out, because when I'm tired and I'm ready to be done, I'm no good to anybody. So you know what? Lord, just give me the strength to say what it is that you need me to say. Help me to articulate it correctly so that I can go ahead and get in my bed. Okay, let me just start from the beginning. So, out of the many things that I felt this evening and thought of this evening, I needed a bit of encouragement. I needed some encouragement in the position that I am playing as a Christian. When you are around individuals who are not either of the faith or have Jesus as Lord over their lives, because Lord and Savior, that's two different things. It's two different things. And it's funny because I was talking about this with some friends on Wednesday, the difference between having God as your Savior but not actually getting to the Lord aspect of it, not getting to that relational aspect. And when you're in a different environment and you are a just all-out Christian, for other people, you are going to look like a weirdo. So when the opportunity comes around for everyone to take a shot and you say no thank you, and they ask again, are you sure? And you say, I'm fine, I don't drink, you're gonna look like the weirdo. Please know that. And for me, that's not new. That's not new. I've been around people plenty of times who've drank before. I have no problem being like standing for where I am and not drinking alcohol. Growing up at events, I thought alcohol was like a huge no-no. I now don't have that same belief, but I still believe that the spirit of drunkenness is an issue. But besides that, I genuinely hate the taste of alcohol. It is disgusting to me. I have been drunk before, I've blacked out before. It's not an experience that I would like to repeat or have on a regular. But for some people, that is everything for them. And I'm not knocking that. But I know in that moment, when I do make that declaration, I am called the religious person. But it wasn't the most comfortable thing for me. And a part of me really wants to ask myself, well, Waynisha, why isn't it the most comfortable thing? Is it because you're now labeled as this religious person? Because yes, I don't drink because of religion, but that's not the only reason. And it's not even about religion. Like, it's about relationship for me. It's about knowing what brings me closer to God and what doesn't. It's about knowing what is fruitful and what isn't for me. So for that to be their norm, to then hear my experience to where that's the complete opposite for me, it was quite hard for them to grasp, which I can understand. Like, that's almost like me. That's like me when I come across people who say, oh, I don't listen to music. What do you mean you don't listen to music? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you listen to when you're getting ready? What do you listen to when you're driving or you're riding? Like, what do you mean you don't listen to music? And so I completely understand the phenomenon of it being just completely just wild to think that something that is so regular or was so regular for you is completely different for somebody else. But in that moment, I felt in a sense like I was missing out. That's the crazy part to me, to feel like I'm missing out, but I'm missing out on something that I know that I wouldn't even enjoy. Another example, I was talking to someone else and they had asked me, okay, well, do you at least smoke? I was like, no, I don't smoke at all. And so he was like, well, what do you do? Like, what do you do outside of work life? And the funny thing is, whenever I'm asked that question, because I haven't been asked in years, because that's usually what people come up with. When they find out I don't smoke and I don't drink, well, what do you actually do with your time? And it makes me feel like I don't do anything. Like, genuinely in that moment, I feel so stunned. I feel so like, well, what do I actually do with my time? And that's something that I have to work on, because I do a lot with my time. I learn something new. I learn YouTube. I listen to music. I enjoy movies. I talk with friends. I spend time with friends. I make shopping carts online of things that I'm not gonna buy. Like, I do things with my time, but things that fit me as an introvert, as a person who values peace, as a person who values quiet, as a person who is also very careful as to what I expose my spirit to. But I've realized, like, for some people, your lifestyle as a Christian, if you don't engage in certain things, it's going to be so weird to them. It's going to be dull. It's going to be unattractive. It's going to be boring. It's going to be whack. It's going to be whack. And if you are not secure in who you are and whose you are and why you do the things you do and why you don't do the things you used to do. I can't even say used to do because I've never even done it. But why you don't do the things that you don't do. If you're not secure in that, the enemy can creep in and make you feel like you're missing out, or that your life isn't as amazing as other people. And the truth is, my life is amazing. I love my life. I love what I do. I love how I spend my time. I love the things that I enjoy because they're for me. They bring me peace. I love knowing that I am living fully for Christ. I love that I don't have one foot in the club on a Saturday or Friday night and then I'm up on the praise team, or I'm ministering Sunday morning. I love that I can live my life guilt-free when I'm about to minister because I haven't been living a double life. That is important to me. And most importantly, being pleasing to God is important to me. And I also have to realize that coming back to Bermuda, in Bermuda, there's nothing to do. So there is a very heavy culture of drinking and partying because that's the only form of entertainment on the island. So I can understand why someone would say, well, if you don't do those things, then what exactly do you do with your time? I can get that. I get that. I just hadn't had it in a very long time. When I was in the shower, I was just kind of thinking, like, who doesn't do their thinking in the shower? If you don't think in the shower, please comment that below, because I'm gonna have a hard time believing that. Just like my friend had a hard time believing I'd never go to the club. But I lost my train of thought. Yeah, in the shower, I was thinking that when Jesus ministered, he didn't necessarily go around telling everybody you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. The way that he lived, the way that he treated people caused people to raise their standard. It brought awareness to what we could do better. And I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm like Jesus in that sense, because I'm still battling as to, Lord, is this the right approach? Because I always want people to feel like they can come to me to be who they are fully around me, but also to know that there is a standard, that I'm not gonna do certain things, I'm not gonna say certain things, I'm not gonna be a part of certain things, I'm not gonna go certain places, I'm not gonna listen to certain things, and I'm not going to watch certain things. But that's only because in my very few years on this earth, and in my growing relationship with Christ and wanting to live for him, I want to guard the avenues of my heart, of my mind, of my soul. And in me doing that, I cannot intake everything. So, as it's taken me 18 minutes to get all of this out, I really wanted to just kind of ask you guys, like, for you, how do you manage being in the world but not of the world? For my Christians out there, how do you guys manage that? How do you manage the narrative of culture and not falling within that? How do you manage possibly feeling like you're missing out? How do you manage possibly not being accepted by others? That's a good question. And the reason why at the beginning of this very long talk, I said that if you're not careful, the devil can creep in, is because, and also what I need to work on is that I need to work on more so understanding my acceptance from God, understanding my love, understanding the love that God has for me, because this world has nothing to offer me. On the outside looking in, with physical glasses on, the idea of clubbing and partying and gyrating and drinking alcohol and smoking, yeah, it looks fun. It looks fun for a time. But then when you think of it with spiritual lenses, it's like, where does that put me? Does that please God? Does that actually help me to bear good fruit in my life? Does that help me to grow? And for me, the answer is no. Absolutely not. I know what my stages are, and I know for me, everything starts with music. If I want to go on a downward spiral of just like, let's just say we go on a whole sin festival, it will always start with music for me, because music is that thing that's close to my heart. And when I think of the club, when I think of different places, they ain't playing no gospel music. And I'm not saying I only listen to gospel music. No, I'm not saying that. But there's a lot of music that I do not listen to just because I know where it can take me, because I've been there before. And as I was in the shower and just asking God to encourage me and to just fill me up, essentially, I heard him say, go to Proverbs. And as I opened my Bible, Proverbs 13 kind of was on my mind. So that's where I went. And I kept reading when I got to Proverbs 13. So I then got to 14. And in verse 14, I got to verse 12. And for me, I feel like verse 12 is absolutely perfect because it says, there is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. There are so many things in this world that appear to be right, that appear to be okay, that appear to be neutral, that appear to be fun, that appear even to be innocent, things that even appear to be good. But in the end, they lead to death. And I don't know about you guys, but this girl right here, I'm looking for life. I'm looking for life. I'm looking for life not only in this lifetime, but also for eternity. Of all the verses between 13 and 14, verse 12 is the one that I needed. It was a reminder that everything that glitters is not gold. It was a reminder that although 98% of the people in the room lived a way different from me, although that can look right because of the environment I'm in, what does it lead to? And when I think of that, it honestly almost makes me want to cry, because when you love people and want them to experience Jesus, and then when they either don't want that or have been tainted by religion or indoctrination, it makes me really sad, because there is so much more in God. There's so much more in Christ than this world has to offer. So much more. But the world, the culture, Bermudian culture, alcohol culture, all of this club culture makes us think that it's the best time of our lives. Makes us think, oh, let me just get all of this out of my system. When in reality, our whole system's broken because we just have a problem with Sam. But anywho, guys, it's about to be 25 minutes. Lord, I thank you for giving me the energy. I do pray that this made sense. I feel encouraged. And I want to encourage you guys to remember that Jesus was the weirdo. They mocked him. They crucified him. They teased him. They spat on him. They whipped him. And he promised us that they're going to treat us the same way. We're going to be the weirdos. And my prayer is that we are okay with that. That we are secure in our Christian walk. That the enemy will not have room to come in and make us feel like we're missing out. Will come in and make us feel like make us believe that this world has something to offer us. I heard recently, I was listening to a podcast this morning that said, the devil's job is to make everything that God said appear like a lie. So the devil, when I look at verse 12, there is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. For me, that is the working of the devil. The devil makes holiness look bad. The devil makes righteousness look bad and makes the things of this world look good. But in reality, it only leads to death. So guys, I don't know who's watching this. I don't know what your lifestyle is. I don't know what you're into, who you're into, what you're doing, what you like, what you don't like. I have no idea. But my prayer is that you try Jesus. My prayer is that you give him a try, just like you gave a little bottle a try. You gave a joint a try. You gave the club a try. You gave something else a try. Give Jesus a try. And I can promise you, you will feel fulfilled, you will feel hopeful, you will feel happy, you will feel peaceful, you will feel so many things that this world could not even begin to offer you. All right, so that's my little spiel, my little sermon. Okay, guys, I have apparently ended up at the beach. Not gonna be here long, probably be here for about 20 minutes. Do a nice little walk. I've enjoyed my quiet time and stuff. I started to listen to Naomi Rain's Cover the Earth album, and I really just wanted to continue that with a view of the water. So that's where we're going right now. I do hear some music playing, and you can hear the crickets even louder as I walk toward the beach. But yeah, as I've been like enjoying this moment, these moments, I've realized like I'm grateful for the peace that I have in my life, because for some people, the only peace that they experience is when they leave their home. The only peace they experience is when they leave their phone, or when they're away from their partner. And I was just like thanking God that I have peace in my life, that I can have moments outside of my house where I also want to extend that peace, but I also have peace in my home, and I have peace in my heart. I think that's really where it comes from, because even if someone doesn't have peace in their heart, sitting by themselves with their own thoughts, with their own decisions and their character, that can actually be quite taunting. So I'm grateful for that. And I can hear the water, and it sounds so good. Oh, found this beauty on the beach. This is amazing. I wonder like how. Oh wow, yeah, oops. It's just streaming up there. Wow. Whoop whoop. Somerset. You know, one thing I've always loved about the beach is being able to walk at a certain point. It doesn't matter how deep I stump. It doesn't matter what I do, but the water is going to make my footprints disappear. If I am at a certain point on shore, you can guarantee my footprints are going to eventually fade away. But when I was walking further up here, or even when you look at all the footprints and the movement that's up here, there's no process of that being washed away. It just stays there. This is the difference for me between having Christ and not having Christ. I'm so grateful that my sins are literally washed away, that God puts them into the sea. I don't know, I can't remember if it's forgetfulness or forgiveness, but he puts it into the sea and it is washed away. I am made as white as snow. But the minute I step, the minute I choose to come from this shoreline right here and step on this outside, that's when I have a whole other problem. I got a whole other problem. So I know it's getting dark. Hopefully you guys can see this, but I'm grateful that my footprints are washed away as if it was never there. Thank you, Jesus. Well, it's about time for me to get my behind home. Get these sandy feet in the tub. But yeah, although today did not go as planned, I have really enjoyed myself this evening. All in all, this has been a beautiful evening to reset. Looking forward to Saturday and Sunday. I'm actually singing a solo at church on Sunday, so yeah, I feel like I'm gonna get nervous probably when I get there. I can't tell you the last time I sang by myself. Yeah, it's been a while. But you know what? God's with me, so